bring up the sister that's going to bring up our keynote speaker today, Sister Ladios Muhammad. I want to bring her up and let you all know that she is a sister in the ministry, a student minister in the Nation of Islam, and we are following a path that's being laid out by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan around the nation to bring and involve our women in the Word of God. Because our first teacher as a man is who?
A woman. A mama.
Man. Mom. Dad ain't teaching you nothing. It's mama teaching you, is that right?
Right, come on, teach.
She's swallowing you. She's feeding you.
Come on.
She clothing you.
Yes, sir.
Dad's out working trying to bring the meat home. But it's mom at home teaching you.
Always.
She's your first teacher. So we have in the Nation of Islam our women rising up to the challenge to teach. You know, and this sister does very, very well.
Yes, sir.
In the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Come on.
So let me bring her forward and let me get out the way. Let me bring up our sister, Sister Ladios Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. How you doing? All right.
Thank you, Brother Gerald, for that introduction. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who appeared in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi, to whom all praise is due forever. I bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is his messenger, the exalted Christ, and the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam. I further bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is our divine reminder, leader, teacher, and guide in the absence of the leader, teacher, and guide, and the Messiah in our midst. I greet you in the greeting words of peace in our original tongue of Assalamu alaikum. And for those who don't know, this means peace be unto you. It is a prayer that we give, and the prayer we send back to you with Walaikum Salam. My name is Sister Ladios Muhammad, and I am not the main speaker, but I would like you to know that it is a privilege and honor to stand before the people of God. Today, our main speaker is Brother Student Minister Ashton Muhammad, and his topic today is to never forget. So before we get started, I want to know, are there any first-time guests? Brother, what's your name, brother?
Sterling.
Sterling? Well, welcome to the Nation of Islam. Let's give him a hand, y'all. Let's give him a hand. And Brother Muhammad Saeed, welcome back. You look handsome, brother, in your suit. All praises to Allah. We want to welcome you for coming to Muhammad's Mosque. Who invited you out, brother?
Oh, my friend, you.
Brother Mordecai.
Oh, praise you, Allah. Thank you, Brother Mordecai. Thank you. Praise be to Allah. Well, thank you for taking the time to be with us this morning and share this life-giving teachings. As you know, that it just 75% of the work is just showing up. So we thank you for that. We also want to thank you all virtually who are watching us virtually. If you decide, please come on and slide through at 9145 East Kenyon Avenue, Suite 102, Denver, Colorado, 80237. Now, for all y'all may know, we had a check-in procedure. As you know, the check-in procedure is for your safety and ours. Everyone who enters in here gets checked. So, you know, there's a lot of crazy things going on, so we definitely have to protect ourselves. And we're not just checking our physical, we're checking your spiritual. Because we don't know what happened between the time you got here and now that changed your spirit, your mind, and thoughts. So we want to put you in a state of peace and comfortability. So not only, I said, y'all get checked, we get checked. So we're checking physical, spiritual, and mental. Everywhere you go, you gotta get checked. You can't even go to the airport.
Yes, right.
You know, you can't go to schools.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can't go to hospitals. I mean, even at my job, there's double security. You gotta get checked. You ain't on the list, you ain't getting in. So we wanna just let you know that if you felt offended or anybody did something that was disrespectful, it was not our intention, and we truly apologize for all of that. But we thank you for submitting. I ain't scared of no dang no
Go
spider.
ahead,
Spider?
Just didn't want it to fall on you, sis. We didn't want it to fall on you while you
My
was
heels
talking.
for.
Go ahead,
All praises due to Allah. All right, y'all. Praise be to Allah. Y'all broke it and give me a little bit of humor here. And also, okay, as you can see, there's the seating procedures. We got the sisters on one side and the brothers on another side, and it was divinely given to that. Now, I did a little research last night, and you know, they have schools. They had schools they developed over the years where they put girls in one and boys in another. And so I was like, what was the reasoning behind this? And when I went to go to Google, ChatGPT, this is what they said. Girls and boys schools were designed historically to provide equal educational opportunities at a time when co-ed schools were male dominant. And also to cater perceived differences in learning styles and provide a space free from gender stereotypes and social pressures. Proponents argue that single-sex schools allow for more tailored teaching methods, create a level playing field for subject and activity choices, and can boost student confidence and leadership skills. Now listen. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad knew what he was doing. So this is like a school setting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We don't want to get rid of those stereotypes, especially in the Nation of Islam.
Yes,
We sisters don't stand behind no man 5 or 10 steps. We
Yes.
on the side.
Go ahead.
Okay? How many other mosques do you see a sister at the rostrum? Okay? We don't do that here.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
We give a level playing field for you to get your education in here. And it's tailored to teaching methods. We got a women's class and a male class, specifically to teach us as women how to take care of our husbands, how to sew, cook, take care of our children in general, how to act at home and abroad. Now, do you want that type of woman? Well, that's why you here, right? So that's why you on this side and we on that side. Okay? And then I'm gonna tell you something else here. Here's another thing, is to help you focus, because it is our natural attractions as male and females to, be attracted to them. I'm talking about a natural man and a natural woman. We're attracted. So it can be a distraction when you see a good-looking brother walking in or a good-looking sister walking in. So we want you to be a classroom setting. All right? And then the best part of that, for those who are new, you can ask questions at the end. So keep your questions, write them down. Also, with that, we have been given what we call the flag of Islam. The flag of Islam was given to us by Allah God in the person of Master Farrakhan Muhammad, the great Mahdi. This flag represents the Nation of Islam. You got to remember, we are a nation of Islam. We're not a country, we're not a city, we're not a state. We're the Nation of Islam. And this flag represents the sun, moon, and star. The sun represents freedom, the star represents justice, the moon represents equality. Now, do y'all feel like y'all got some justice today? We
ain't there yet. We ain't
We
there
do
yet.
not. Y'all know we do not.
We ain't there yet.
You know, we going into day 41 of the government shutdown. And on November 4th, number 47, y'all know who 47, he's 45 and 47. He gonna say, this is what he said. No SNAP benefits will be paid until the radical left Democrats open up the government. Now I'm going to give you the full quote. He said, SNAP benefits, which increased by billions and billions of dollars, manyfold, during crooked Joe Biden's disastrous term in office, due to the fact that they were haphazardly handed to anyone for asking, as opposed to that opposed to justice to those in need, which is the purpose of SNAP, will be given only when the radical left Democrats open up government, which they can easily do and not before. So this, if you know, he don't care if people are starving.
Absolutely. Go
He
ahead.
don't care if we don't have no food.
Go ahead.
That is not justice. He even went as far as to saying that we were lazy.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead.
That we were scamming the government. That we were taking from the government. A lot of people on SNAP do work.
That's right.
They work. They just can't afford to pay for food. He doesn't care. Now, as I continued, as you know, with this government shutdown, I'm gonna bring it home.
Come
Go
on.
ahead.
The
take your time.
BBC, I watched the BBC was live. It says, we're talking about justice here. As essential workers, air traffic controllers are required to continue working without pay during the shutdown, which has become the longest ever in U.S.
Oh
history.
my God.
The longest.
Lord have mercy.
They continue to work without pay for more than a month, has led many to become ill with stress and force, others to take on second jobs. We are like privy to that. We do that all the time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That ain't new to us. We work 3, 4, 5 jobs.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Take on second jobs because it ain't talking about us. It's talking about them. Okay? They work in second jobs now.
Thank you.
All right? To keep food on the tables, unions for the employees have said. The Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, said in an interview with Fox News that cuts to flights could hit 20% of the government shutdown carries on and air traffic controllers continue to miss work. Nick Daniels, the president of the National Air Traffic Controller Association, said the controllers are being used as political pawns in the political standoff. They are using the American people and their livelihood as a modern day slavery to decide their political standoff, and both of them, Democrats and Republicans, are the devil.
That's right.
So don't let them deceive you with this falsified political party thinking that they have your best interest, because it's a lie.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yes, ma'am.
lie.
Yes,
All right, this man is tearing the country apart. And he's not just affecting us, he's affecting everybody. Okay? Then as we move on, I don't know if y'all heard of Letitia James. Y'all heard about
Yes,
Letitia
ma'am.
James?
Yes,
Now this is interesting because we're talking about justice here. So the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, asked a federal judge Friday to dismiss a mortgage fraud case against her. She's calling it a vindictive and politically motivated prosecution brought at the behest of a president who regard her as an enemy. Let me tell you the stuff he said that came out of his mouth about this black woman.
All right.
Whether she did it or not. Let me tell you. He called her crooked, scum, a monster, and criminal. Number 47 said this.
Hey, that's all him.
He got 34 felonies.
That's all him.
Listen to that. Listen to that.
Go ahead.
All right, so he says, Attorney James, is accused of lying on mortgage papers to get favorable loan terms when purchasing a modest house in Norfolk, Virginia, where she has family. And she pled not guilty. So basically, if y'all weren't aware, she bought some property. And so when you're in the mortgage industry, if you buy property, it's an investment property, you get a different type of interest rate versus a residential property. Now, James's attorney, who asserts that the Justice Department has singled her out for scrutiny. Look at this. They make their own laws and they break them. Okay, they make their own laws and they break them because the laws only apply to us, the little people.
All right.
Okay.
Bring it.
So James's attorney also asserts that the Justice Department has singled her out for scrutiny, while ignoring apparent inconsistencies in the mortgage records of numerous other public officials. Okay, the enemy makes up their laws as they go, because there's no freedom, justice, and equality.
Yes,
They
right.
say the activities that form the basis of the indictment match the alleged conduct of other high-profile figures who have not been investigated or charged, including Republican Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who was accused of identifying 3 houses as his first home. You cannot have 3 houses as a first home. You just can't do it. Okay? But again,
You got away.
this is what we live in.
Yes,
Freedom,
ma'am.
justice, and equality. You're not gonna get it. The only meaningful difference between A.G. James and these individuals is that A.G. James is a Democratic Attorney General who spoke out against a president, while the others are his allies and cabinet members.
Yes.
So we ain't with you, then you saying we against you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Fact.
Now, in our Savior has arrived, chapter 9, about the truth and the mistakes. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, I am not concerned with what the white race believes in as a religion. They are not my people, nor are we their people, nor is our God their God. I am never surprised to see or hear of evils committed by white people. The only time they would surprise me is on seeing or hearing of something good that they're doing. Okay, let me talk about that. So y'all was mad because they taking out that EDI, the JD, and all those acronyms. I didn't give a damn about that. Let me tell you how crooked they are. They don't care about us. They playing with your feelings and emotions.
That's what they do.
And that's why you can't forget. That's why I can't wait to hear this lecture. Never forget, because you got to forget who the devil is. You got to remember who the devil is, who you are, and who God is. So let me tell you what this crooked enemy, devil, Satan has done. Wells Fargo has agreed to an $85 million to settle a class action lawsuit. The bank held fake job interviews to meet diversity goals. Lawsuits allege that Wells Fargo interviewed women and people of color for jobs that had already been filled, creating an appearance of a fair hiring process that actually was not happening.
All right.
Okay. Former employees stated that they were instructed to interview diverse candidates for roles that they were already decided on. Ain't that something? They gonna waste your time, your energy, your gas, and give you false perception that you gonna get the job. And then they said, former employees stated that they were instructed to interview diverse candidates for roles that were already decided. Some say when they raise concerns internally, those practices still continue. These claims dated from February 2021 to June 2022. Now you remember when all of this went down, when the pandemic went down, that's when they implemented EDI. And they started giving lots of money and funding to the nonprofit organizations. But I'm going to tell you, about 95% of them was just taking the money. They weren't trying to make no change. Okay? And if they hired you, they only hired you enough to fire you. You know what I'm saying? So,
go ahead, sister.
They said they were consolidated into a class action suit filed by the SEB Investment Management on behalf of shareholders who said Wells Fargo misled investors about its hiring practices. Wells Fargo are denying any wrongdoing, saying it settled the case to avoid the cost and the distraction of a lengthy court battle. Now, why are you going to settle if you a liar? If you're not a liar, why you gonna settle?
Right.
Okay, that don't make no sense. Why am I gonna pay you to shut up if I'm telling the truth? Because it ain't true. It ain't true, and y'all up here trying to fight and cry for some EDI. Oh boy.
Teach Muhammad.
The settlement still needs to be approved, but it finalizes shareholders who own Wells Fargo stock. So between February 2021 and June of 2022, they can receive a large compensation after these fees. Now, the white world, as it goes out, has not been asleep to its responsibility. It knows what it's doing.
Yes, oh, yeah.
They have been building up their arms and arsenals and factories for this day in order to kill the black man. And when I say black man, I'm talking about black women. I'm talking about the red, the brown, all of us, the people of color. And they are doing it in so many ways, with drugs, in the surgeons' knives in the hospitals. We had the pandemic. They're starving us now. They're reverting us back to slavery. How you gonna work for free? How am I gonna go to work and work to free, and then you're gonna threaten that if I don't go to work, even though I'm not getting a paycheck, you gonna fire me? That's slavery. All right, they slowing down jobs with AI. Okay, they're keeping you distracted with foolishness and social media. They have you dependent on them to feed us. We so lazy these days. We doing Uber Eats and HelloFresh and all those processed foods. Hey, by the way, y'all on y'all 3-day fast?
Feet ain't fat.
Oh, praise the Lord. Yes, you better learn how to fast because we're about to go into famine. So remember to get your hat. In these dark times, your righteousness is going to sustain you because the devil will put forth every effort to keep you from paying attention to the truth of which he has come. So in Proverbs 4:18 through 19, it says, "But the path of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, which shines in every brighter unto the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what will make them stumble." This devil ain't stumbling. This devil is spiraling. And he knows he's going down. He knows he's going down. And my last quote from Our Savior has arrived. "The black nation is under the guidance and guardianship of our God, the great Mahdi. He is the restorer, the defender of the black nation. He will restore and defend us. Therefore, the showdown will be victorious on the side of God, who know what we think and plan, because he has the power over us and over the atoms of the atmosphere."
That's right.
And that's why we must never forget who the devil is, who we are, and who is God. Now, I hope I said something that will ignite and inspire you to be a better person today than you were yesterday. May Allah continue to bless you with the light of understanding. And I want to bring forth my beautiful brother. He's been soldiering here 35 years plus in the Nation of Islam. Brother student minister also is over the Colorado Springs study group. He's a husband. He is a father, a grandfather. He's a teacher, a martial artist, an athlete, a math teacher. I took out mathematician. He's a math teacher. You know, Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam. So I can't wait to see what he's going to say. This brother has always had a humbling and inviting spirit.
That's right.
And I cannot wait to see what he's going to talk about when he says we must never forget. And I want to bring on our beloved student minister, Ashton Muhammad. I greet you as I can. Assalamu alaikum.
In the most holy and righteous name of Allah, the beneficent, most merciful Father, the one true and living God, who came to us in the person of Master Farrakhan Muhammad, to whom all holy praise is forever due, and in the name of his exalted Christ, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and in the name of our divine reminder, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I bid you, sisters and brothers, greetings and greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
I thank, let's just give the sister really open up well.
Come on now.
And I really love that fire.
Go ahead, that's right.
Me too.
Yes, sir.
But she likes that fire out.
Yeah, me too.
So, and like I say, I always learn, and when she's up here, even in the short opening, you can tell she prepares for it.
That's right.
It's not like she just comes up here and just runs. You know, she prepares for it, and she gives you something. I'm pretty sure that either you didn't know, or was a reminder, or something that will help you in your life.
That's right.
And, you know, so let's give her another hand.
Go ahead.
But before I get started, I just want to make sure I thank those who allowed me to get up here. Because first of all, I have to thank the Muhammad family for the sacrifices they made of their father, their husband, their brother, their grandfather, so that he could be a leader, teacher, and guide for us. Because trust me, you know, we might look at a lifestyle of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, and you might see it as glamorous, but it is not. I mean, anybody who is a messenger of God, a prophet of God, someone in that line of divine, trust me, it's not an easy life. And it is, yeah, because one thing about it, they walk around with a bullseye on their back.
Facts.
That's right. Too. So I thank the family for the sacrifices they made. And I also thank the Farrakhan family for the sacrifices they made so we can continue to have a leader, teacher, and guide when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had to depart from us. But I also want to make sure I thank all the leadership here. From what I understand, Brother Student Minister Herman Muhammad may be a little under the weather, so let's keep brother in prayer.
Yes, sir.
That he heals up, and you know, if it be God's will, and I believe it is, you know, but sometimes we have a few little challenges.
Yes.
And but allow, you know, we pray bring him through it. But not just the minister or the lieutenants or the sister captain, brother captain, student captains, but all them and the foot soldiers that did the work that I can come up here, even though this is not easy to do.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Being a foot soldier is a lot harder.
Yes.
Go ahead, brother.
So you already set it up so I can just get up here and talk. So I pray that Allah give me the words,
Yes.
give me the spirit,
Come
Yes,
on.
sir.
that you hear God coming from me, not hearing me.
Yes, sir.
All right.
That if you need to clean me up just for this brief hour, clean me up so I can deliver this message.
Yes, sir.
So, because, you know, I'm not standing here like I'm holy. And we all know that.
Yes, sir.
But I pray that something I say today can make your life better. Be a reminder for you. Give you some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Yes,
This is
sir.
what I pray to come through me.
Yes,
So, my lecture today, I entitled it, Never Forget.
Come on with it.
Now I know, when I was coming over, my wife asked me, didn't you do one like that before? I said, I don't remember. But if I did, this is Never Forget Part 2. So,
Okay, go ahead.
That's
now, there's so much going on in the world today,
Yes, sir.
and in this country and the world. And Sister did let you know some of the things that's going on. Some of the insanity that's going on in the government.
But yes.
Yeah, and so, and it's scary. But I'm not going to talk about the government so much today. But I do want to touch on it by giving a quote from Minister Farrakhan.
Come on now.
I know it's kind of small, you may not be able to see it, so I'll read it.
Yes, sir.
Now, this was back when George Bush was president, and they bombed Panama and went and got Noriega and arrested him and brought him over. Now, Donald Trump hasn't, you know, as far as I know, hasn't arrested anybody, but he's blowing up boats and things. He's,
Come on.
Yeah.
he's doing some things
Yeah, go ahead.
that, you know, really should be illegal, immoral.
right.
And the minister, it's a quote from Mr. Farrakhan. It says, where's the moral correctness in America? A den of thieves. It's all right for white-collar thieves, computer thieves, to rob the country and corporations and banks of hundreds of millions or billions of dollars. But the headlines go to the little black brother who snatches a pocketbook or is selling some crack cocaine to his brother. So we are made to look like the real criminal people of America,
That's what they do.
while the real criminals who run the government rob nations of their destiny, rob nations of their leadership,
All right.
turn over government after government if they don't like it,
All right.
murder thousands of human beings to get their way so they can maintain this false illusory status. Never in the history since 2,000 years ago has a head of state been kidnapped after his own people are bombed and brought into America in chains to be tried. And Mr. Bush said, justice was done. Suppose the people that grieve over what happened when he was on the watch in the CIA had the wherewithal to come to America and kidnap your crooked president and bring him to a foreign government and try him for the murder of innocent people.
Yeah,
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead.
Come on with it.
But you don't have to worry about that, because nobody's powerful enough to do to you what you delight in doing to others.
All right.
But I'm here to tell you that there's a God on the scene,
Yes, sir.
okay, who has your number,
All right, sir.
and your writing is on the wall in blood.
That's right.
Your kingdom has been weighed in the balance, and it's been found wanting. You can't stop the God today who is present.
All right.
So
That's
that's
right.
a quote from Minister Farrakhan. And remember, this was Minister Farrakhan speaking of concerning Manuel Noriega. But it sounds like you can kind of put that today. You know, maybe take Noriega out, but you can put other people in. Because the same thing is going on.
Yep.
Now, he's blowing up boats, like I said. He has threats against Venezuela,
Come on.
against Maduro.
Bandura, yeah.
He's even talking about sending troops to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Now, here's a man who wants to be king of the world. But brothers and sisters, I started today's lecture with that quote, suggesting that the white man, his world is going down.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Fast, too.
And we should prepare ourselves for God's world
Yeah.
to come up.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We should prepare ourselves.
Yes.
We want to be part of the world coming in, don't we?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Assume.
Yes, sir.
You know, sometimes when they say you assume, I'm not going to go there.
Right.
But hopefully I'm not. You can't stop the God. But if we don't keep up, if we don't progress, we'll get left behind.
That's right.
Now, I've heard people say things like when the mothership comes, I want to make sure I'm on the mothership. Yeah, the mothership ain't got room for all of us.
That's right.
But I know what you're talking about. What you're saying is, when Allah is ready for me, I want to make sure I'm ready for Allah.
Right.
So that's what we're saying. And that's kind of the way I am. Not kind of the way I am. That is exactly the way I am. So I hope I'm ready when Allah is ready.
Right. Come on.
But what does ready look like?
That's right. Good question.
Recently, I witnessed a brief conversation between a couple of brothers. And one brother was giving instruction to another. And apparently the brother receiving instructions was having a bad day, or a bad week, or a bad month. And he kind of snapped back. Now the brother that was giving instructions didn't snap, you know, I'm thinking, because I didn't hear any more, that he probably pulled it off to the side and handled it. You know, because there's ways of handling people. There's ways of handling situations. So, but I've seen in the past brothers giving, instructions improperly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because sometimes you can give somebody an instruction and bring out the worst in that person.
That's right.
There's ways of handling people, and also sometimes I've seen brothers receiving instructions take it the wrong way.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, what we have to do is understand that they may be some kind of upset, but we still, on both sides, have to rise above emotions to get in the mind of God,
That's right. Yes,
to get
sir.
in the thinking of God.
Yes,
We have
sir.
to rise above that emotion. Now, look at the so-called, as an example, look at the so-called Orthodox Muslims in the East. I say so-called Orthodox Muslims because the word Orthodox has a prefix, ortho. And that prefix ortho has a definition. Because when you have your teeth are crooked, you go to an orthodontist.
Straighten it out. Yeah.
To straighten it out.
That's right. That's right.
What was that? Was that Henry Williams? Lattimore. When you have some, your feet might be kind of messed up. You get some orthopedic shoes to
That's
straighten your feet out.
Come on, brush
So
your teeth.
ortho is a prefix meaning to straighten. And when we look at what's going on in the East,
Come on now.
they're not really on a straight and narrow. I mean, I'm not here to judge anybody.
Come on, with your brother talk.
But you see injustice in the Muslim world,
Yes.
but the Muslim countries are not banding together to fight
Fight
it.
it.
Come on.
Exactly.
Come on. Talk
Now
about
here we
it.
are. You have different groups of Muslims in the East.
Come on.
Both say they believe in the same book,
Yeah.
the same God, the same prophet, but you're fighting and killing each other.
Crazy.
And here it is, what's going on in Gaza. You haven't band together. I've even seen Jewish people attacking Israel.
Come on.
saying it's not right that they're murdering. Jewish people are going against, well, where are the Muslims?
Yeah,
Right,
come on now.
with it.
Come on now.
Talk about that.
So that's why I say so-called
So-called.
Orthodox Muslims. Now, using this example that we see in the East, we need to guard against infighting.
Teach, teach, teach.
This is a very stressful time, and it's easy to lose control of our emotions. Very easy. Again, we can't stop the God, but if we don't keep up and progress, we'll get left behind.
Yes, sir.
Now, I remember just a little sidebar when I was coaching one of my little league football teams some years ago. And I was on this side coaching. And I'm looking on the other side, and I see two coaches on the other team fighting each other. I knew I had this game won.
Go ahead, come on.
Talk about that.
Facts, brother.
Because you can't get along with your own.
You ain't gonna beat me.
And we were playing against, you know, you don't know, but I'll tell you, the Steelers.
Uh-oh.
And the Steelers were in the black part of town.
Come on with it.
They were big, strong, fast. They had talent on that team. But the coaches not getting along. The coaches are fighting each other. Physically fighting each other on the sideline.
That's a shame.
And it was kind of the beginning of the second quarter. By halftime, we had about 2 touchdowns.
Go ahead.
The referees came over and said they forfeit the rest of the game.
Dang.
I knew it.
They couldn't even finish that game.
You can't fight amongst yourselves and claim that you're going to beat somebody else.
Teach, Muhammad.
So we have to
About
be careful
that.
with infighting.
Teach, Muhammad.
Oh, praise
Now, brothers and sisters, we're not here in the Nation of Islam because we have a problem with our brothers and sisters. We're here because we had a problem with a common enemy.
Come on.
Or a common oppressor.
Yes, sir.
I bet you. I know some might have come in for different reasons. You know, sister might have saw that, you know, cute brother with the paper and wanted to come in and see if she can find him. Brother going to the club and he's doing all kind of stuff, but he want a good woman, so he come to the mosque and see if he can get one.
There you go. Talk about that.
Yeah, he didn't come for different reasons, but you don't normally stick with those reasons.
Yes, sir.
That's
It's
right.
usually something more concrete that makes you stick.
That's right. That's right.
So, brothers and sisters,
Time.
let's not lose sight of why we're here.
Yes, sir.
Let's not forget the oppression that our enemy has put on us and not put that same oppression on each other.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's not forget the hell that our ancestors went through for generations.
Come on.
And the hell and the torture that they went through. If we forget that, we'll have problems with each other that we can't resolve. Now, of course, when you get people together, there's going to be problems. There's always going to be some problems.
Yes.
But Louis Farrakhan gave us a science, a method to handle this in the 8 steps of atonement.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk about
But we got to use it.
Yes.
If you got some headache medicine and you have a headache and you don't take the medicine, well,
Come on.
yeah. Or, you know, somebody sitting in the corner, hit themselves in the head with a hammer, complain they got a headache.
Drinks a lot.
Now, if we study history, Minister Farrakhan, I tried to remember exactly what he said, but he made a statement at one time. I know I'm paraphrasing. It's something like this. So those who know better, you can correct me. But it goes something like this. And the minister said, I ask Allah never to let me forget the cries of our people. He might have said, I always want to remember the cries of our people. You know, however he put it, what he's saying was, as long as he can hear the cries of the pain of our people, he's not going to forget why he's here, and he's going to keep working.
That's right.
All right.
So,
That's right.
if we study our history, and we hear the cries, and we see the suffering of our people, we'd be more tolerant of each other.
Right.
All right,
That's
bring
right.
that, bring it.
Now I'm reading a book right now called CASTE, C-A-S-T-E, The Origins of Our Discontents. And I'm only about a fifth of the way through it. And but I have some quotes that I put in here. I hope I don't bore you with the quotes. I put a bunch of them in there because they were very relevant. So, and one of them,
How you been?
is this. I'll start with this one. I have a few of them. The strengths of African workers became their undoing. British colonists in the West Indies saw Africans as a civilized and relatively docile pretty quick because they were able to do it. Now the colonists soon realized that the African and their skills, that the skills that they brought, they needed them, otherwise their enterprises would fail.
Right.
They needed the African.
Civilized.
Now the English and the Irish came over as indentured servants. But they didn't, you know, they didn't know anything about farming, cultivating. And plus, it was hard to keep them or make them slaves because one thing, they looked like the others.
Go ahead, come on.
They could blend right in.
What's going on?
If they let escape, they could blend right in. But the African had that birthmark all over their body.
That's right.
That melanated skin, they couldn't hide.
Go ahead.
Yes.
And plus, they were better workers.
Yeah. Civilized and relative.
But the African, I just want to say the Irish wind up becoming the policemen. You know that?
Oh, yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
You know the history.
When I was coming up, the old folks had a name for white folks. They call them patties.
Patties, uh-oh.
I didn't realize until I grew up kind of where that came from. Because you know, the police they come with a paddy wagon.
Yes.
But what I think that come from, because there was, the Irish would be the road patrollers. Patrollers.
Patrol.
And the African tongue, you know, the so-called slave, they will say patty roller. So they get the word patty, so here come the patty. So that's where, you know, it comes from, because we're not just making up names.
Come on.
That's right. White folks.
Right.
They got meaning.
Yes.
And those Irish were the cruelest
Yes, you are.
against black people.
Come on.
They couldn't do what the black people could do in the field, but they took it out against them. You know, you heard, you know, Roots and, you know,
Overseer.
Kunta Kinte, and they caught him and they cut half his foot off. Who would do something that cruel? Just put your foot there and chop it off.
Come on.
They would do things like this because that was who they are, who they were. Now, the colonists had been able to enslave.
Sorry,
Take your time, bro. Take your time.
Now I'm just trying to figure where I was. I don't want to lose this. They wanted to enslave, when they came, they wanted to enslave the indigenous people on their own turf.
That's
But they couldn't find out they couldn't do that.
That's right.
One thing, the native people, they were skilled in medicine. They were skilled in crafts and hunting. They were very spiritual people. They communed with the land.
Right.
And even the air. They were very spiritual people.
Right.
But they were not builders. They didn't build big skyscrapers and, you know,
Right.
they had mud huts or
Right.
TPs and wigwams.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
so they weren't builders.
Come on.
And plus, if they escaped, they knew the land.
Come on.
Yeah, they could
That's
get
right.
away.
They're not gonna only run, but they can circle back around and hit you from the backside.
Yeah.
So what they did was, they found that it was easier, it was better for them that they solved their labor problem with the Africans that the book says, imported.
Imported. They ain't pay no import tax though.
So they had no need for the original inhabitants of the land, so they chased them off, killed them off, tried to extinguish them, really. Exiled them from the land and took the land. Now, the treatment of these imported Africans was so bad, even white people showed some concern. Here it is, the Secretary of the U.S. Navy expressed horror at the sight of barefoot men and women locked together with the weight of an ox chain in the beating sun, forced to walk the distance to damnation in a state farther south. And riding behind them, a white man on horseback carrying pistols in his belt, and who, as we passed him, had the impudence to look us in the face without blushing. Another Navy official, James K. Paulding, said, when they, the slaveholders, permit such flagrant and indecent outrages upon humanity as that I have described, when they sanction a villain in thus marching half-naked women and men loaded with chains without being charged with a crime but that of being black, from one section of the United States to another, hundreds of miles in the face of day, they disgrace themselves and the country which they belong. This is white folks talking about white folks, what they saw. Now, slavery in this land was not just an unfortunate thing that happened to black people. This was an American innovation, an American institution created by and for the benefit of the elites of the dominant caste.
Come on.
And enforced by poorer members, listen to this, enforced by poorer members of the dominant caste who tied their lot to the caste system rather than their conscience.
Thank you.
They're doing that today. Don't rich folks run the government?
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ain't no doubt.
But who keeps them in there?
Uh-oh. Poor.
Go ahead.
It's the poor cracker
That's right.
that keeps them in there. And I'm not saying that to throw off on them. The poor cracker, yeah, the one that we say, you know, the one who tries to be,
The Patriots.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
These are the ones that's keeping them in power. Now, Sister even mentioned about the food program, how they cutting that out. Poor people actually believe, the poor whites actually believe that these people up there for them. Donald Trump and his group don't care nothing about poor crackers.
Yeah, that's right.
But they're the one that's keeping them in office.
Yes, sir.
Now, it made slave owners rich, and it made their companies grow and flourish. Now imagine yourself in a land where you worked. They work you from can't see morning to can't see night. Beat you, rape you. You try to run.
Chase you.
But if you escape to another area where they don't recognize your freedom, they feel it's their obligated duty to return you
Yes.
to the slave master.
Come on.
Like if your cow got loose and they saw your brand on, you know, well, that's Mr. Gilmore's cow. Let's bring him back.
Right. Go ahead, brother.
So they will return you to your captors. And if you're captured by the slave catchers, they will punish you severely.
You might not make it back.
Before you return, and then you will even face even more horror once you got back because you dared to run.
Yes, sir.
Now, some might brush this off saying, well, there's always been slavery. And there's been slavery in Africa. Well, I can have a whole nother lecture on that. But I just want to show this. Thank you, sir. Look at what this historian said. Historian Aurelia J. Gross. He said, an extreme form of slavery
Teach us, brother.
that had existed nowhere in the world.
Come on.
Now even they noticed this.
Come on.
An extreme form that didn't exist anywhere. Yeah, that's slavery, but not like this.
Oh, come on, come on.
Overseers worked slaves longer and harder than their farm animals. They fed the slaves worse than they fed the farm animals. They fed the farm animals better because they wanted strong farm animals.
Come on.
But they didn't feed the slaves like they as good as they fed the animals, but they wanted the slaves to work harder.
Go ahead.
They didn't beat the they didn't beat the animals. You wouldn't bring a mule to the plantation owner all scarred up and whipped up and bloody because you beat it with a bull whip.
Teach.
Come on.
But you'll bring the slave there
That's right.
Beat up, yeah.
They didn't beat the animals like they beat the slaves, but expected more work. Another quote. The slaves were regularly whipped, raped, and branded, subject to any whim or distemper of the people who owned them. Some were castrated or endured other tortures too grisly for these pages. Now, too grisly, worse than castration.
You can't even talk about it in the paper, brother. What's worse than that?
Tortures that the Geneva Convention would have banned as a war crime had the convention applied to people of African descent
All right.
on this soil. Now, the whipping and torture was more than a punishment for not working, for lack of production. It was sadism.
That's right. Go ahead. Teach on it.
Now, y'all know what that is?
Marquita
Come on,
Side.
break it down for us.
Marquita Side.
In psychiatry, definition is the condition in which sexual gratification depends on causing pain
Right.
or degradation to others. And the second, I think, is even better. The second definition: any enjoyment in being cruel.
Wow.
Marquita Side.
So they're not just beating the slaves to make them work.
Enjoy.
They were getting enjoyment out of
That's
beating
right.
and mutilating, making them suffer. William Goodell, a minister who chronicled the institution of slavery in 1930s, he said, "The slave is entirely subject to the will of his master. What he chooses to inflict on him, he must suffer. He must never lift a hand in self-defense. He must utter no word of remonstrance. He has no protection and no redress. They were seen as not capable of being injured. They may be punished at the discretion of the Lord or, and then we talking about Jesus, of their Lord, or even put to death by his authority." And when I got to the word remonstrance, if I pronounced it correctly, I didn't know what it was. I'd never seen it before. I looked it up. It's a protest.
Yes, sir.
So you're not allowed to protest. You're not allowed to say anything. You just take the beating. You just take it. Whatever it is, you take it. Now, here's another historian, Edward Baptiste. Whipping was a gateway form of violence that led to bizarre creative levels of sadism. See, I didn't make it up. Enslavers used every method of torture from mutilation to waterboarding. Now, today, slavery is commonly dismissed as a sad, dark chapter in our country.
That's right.
Still going on.
But it's still happening.
Still going on.
That's right.
They tell us we need to forget about slavery, forget about our past.
Go ahead.
Forget about our past.
Our past.
Our
Don't
past.
forget the
but they-
Holocaust.
Yeah, you ain't forgetting the Holocaust.
Thanksgiving's right around the corner.
Yeah. You can't tell Jews forget the Holocaust.
No, we
right.
can't.
Okay.
And you got to remember the Alamo.
Right.
Coming from South Louisiana, I've seen this. I looked for it online. I couldn't find one. I got something close. We used to see like the Confederate flag, and they'll have the thing on the license plate. It says, "Hell no, we ain't forgetting." Now it says here, "Southern pride forever. The South would rise again." And that little license plate there, little Confederate cracker, forget hell. You know, their thing was,
We ain't forgetting.
hell no,
We not
we ain't forgetting. Well, hell to the no, we ain't forgetting.
We ain't gonna. That's right. Go ahead and teach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hell to the no,
No.
to the no, no.
Teach that Islam.
No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
Come on now.
Now, Caucasians feel that the greater the distance they can put between them and slavery, the better to stave off the guilt of shame that it produces.
And reparations.
But this wasn't a chapter in the country's history. It was their basis for social order.
Facts, brother.
For over 300 years, slavery was the country.
Teach, Muhammad.
Black people were put in a class that said, and Sister Ladios touched on it also, they say we were dumb. But it was illegal to teach us to read and write. But they said we were dumb. They said we were lazy, which justified using a bullwhip on us. They said we were immoral. This justified rape and forced breeding. They said we were criminal to justify kidnapping, whipping, torture, and the capture of runaways. They said we were inhuman. They said we were like farm animals.
Right.
They treated us like the farm animals.
That's right, brother.
Now,
Sure did.
the institution of slavery destroyed the people. It distorted human relationships.
Sure did.
The man was whipped and raped, castrated. Yeah, they raped the men too. These white folks are freaky.
That's right. Sick.
They viciously murdered the man in front of the women and children to destroy any thought that this man can protect his family. The woman was raped and beaten right in front of a man to let her know she can't depend on this man to defend her. On the other hand, the slave holders live under the illusion of superiority, not only over blacks, but over all people.
Yes, sir.
They told themselves that the people that they forced to work 18 hours a day for no pay were not, in fact, people. They were animals. They were beasts of the field, not men or women, beasts. But now that slavery had been whipped into the so-called slaves so thoroughly that what came up from the slave was genuine respect and admiration for them, the white folks.
Right.
Black people started seeing white people as superior.
Go ahead, brother. Go
Now,
ahead.
I'm not in the book yet. They haven't mentioned anything about that image of white Jesus,
Come
who
on.
really
Wow.
Yeah.
put it on us
That's right.
as white
That's
superiority.
Right.
Weapon of mass
They knew what they was
destruction.
doing with images.
They said we were animals, but would rape both the men and the women.
Come on.
Right.
Now you're gonna have sex with your farm animals?
What?
Think about that.
That means you'd have sex with your horses and your mules
They
and your
did that
cows and
too.
your sheep.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they did it.
And they did.
They did.
And they did.
They did.
Still do.
They still do. Go
So,
ahead, brother.
still do. Now, this is what I'm saying here is hearsay, and maybe I shouldn't say it because I don't want to be wrong. But I was just told, you know, long ago that be careful when you say if you have, there's a white woman with a big dog.
Already know.
Talk about it.
Leave that alone.
So brothers, if you want to date a white woman that's
Right
got a
on.
big dog, before you go visit, you better have lock that dog up. Because when you go in there, that dog, see, you animals are perceptive. They gonna eat you alive because that's his woman.
Yep.
So be careful.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
It's best not to go there at all.
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, we've gone through slavery, suffering, death, and oppression for 470 years now,
sir.
but really 6,000 years.
Yeah, really.
More recent 470 years. But there is a God on the scene today
Come on.
Sir, yes, sir.
to give us the kingdom. But are we ready to take it?
That's right. Come on.
The people during Moses' time were promised a land. They called it the promised land.
Yes, sir.
We were promised 40 acres.
Come on.
There was some land promised to us too. So, we another lecture another time. But there was some land that was promised to the people during Moses' time. But when they got there were giants on the land. So they didn't want to go in there and say, you clean them giants out, we'll go. But God said, I'm giving you the land. And you too afraid to go?
Oh, Speak on it.
Okay, so he let them wander in the wilderness
40 years.
40 years until they died off.
Gave the
And he
children.
took the children into the promised land.
Come
That's
on.
right, that's right.
Now, why is this in scripture?
Prophecy.
To let us know that we're not prepared to take the kingdom. If we're too afraid of the giants, you know, the giant government, the giant corporation, the giant banking institutions, etc. If we are afraid of these giants, if we're too busy fighting each other,
All right.
will allow us knowledge, the courage, and the longevity
Yes,
to
sir.
go into this land and kick some giants. Almost.
You stood, brother. You stood.
Rise above emotion.
Yes, sir.
Brother.
Come on with
Thinking
it.
of God.
Brothers and sisters, I don't want to just give you a bunch of stuff to make you angry.
That's right.
That's not what my intention was in this lecture. I want you to remember the one reason why we're here in the Nation of Islam
Teach, teach.
and why Allah chose us.
Come on.
Yes, yes, yes.
Many are called, they say,
Yeah, few
only a few are chosen. Sometimes you might want to know, why am I still here, man? All the hardships I'm going through because you were chosen.
Yep, that's right.
And you know where your heart is, you know where your mind is. So you go in there and you don't fight your brother and sister, but you fight against that devil in yourself or whatever you got to fight.
Teach.
And then you hang in there.
Yes, sir.
Now, I just want to be a reminder
Devil of self.
of one of the reasons why we're here. That Allah chose us. Now, sometimes if you tend to forget, or if I tend to forget,
Come on with it.
I have this book here, 100 Years of Lynchings,
Oh, yeah.
by Ralph Ginsberg.
Come on.
So you know that's not us.
Oh.
Now, I can't
Jew.
read no more than 3 or 4
Right.
pages at a time. I can't read this whole book.
Yeah, make you.
Yeah, I will make me pretty angry. But sometimes you get a little so comfortable with your oppressor.
Go ahead.
I just go and kind of read this, a few pages,
Remind you.
to recenter myself, so I'll know who I'm dealing with, just
Go
in
ahead.
case I forget.
Just in case you forget.
I don't want us to get so comfortable with the former slave master and their children that we forget where we came from,
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right.
or what we came through.
Come on.
I don't want us to feel bad, but we should never be so comfortable that we forget who the enemy is.
That's right. Come on. That's right.
But never forget, we may at one time be able to live in peace and harmony with our oppressor. It's possible. It may come a time. But never forget who he is.
Oh, yeah.
Come on with it.
Never forget who you are.
That's right.
Teach, Muhammad.
Never forget where you came from.
Yes, yes, yes.
Never forget what you came through.
That's right.
Let's strive to stay in love with each other. So we're in love with each other, we join in unity with each other.
That's right.
If we have unity, we have strength. If we have strength, we have power.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With this, we can defeat any giant and take our rightful place in a land that was promised to us
Yeah,
by
go
God
ahead.
himself.
Go ahead.
And if this country, United States of America, if it is falling, if it is falling, we need to be ready to take it or fall with it.
All right.
Yes, sir. Teach, Muhammad.
So, with that, I leave you, sisters and brothers, as a greeting, in greeting words of peace, of Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, sir.
Praise be to Allah. If you got
One. Thanks for watching, you guys. We both love and appreciate you for doing so, but we need for you to take some action and do us 1 or 2 or maybe 3 more favors. And that is, go ahead and smash that like button, share it if you really dig the video, and also subscribe. That way you'll get a bell ding, a notification every time we post something, and it also helps us with regards to the algorithm that your people like to run. So go ahead and do that, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.